Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome to Warhammer 40K Battlesector, a turn-based strategy and tactics game developed by Black Lab Games and published by Slytherin Limited. Have always been a big fan of the Warhammer franchise, both fantasy and 40K. So when I saw this game had come out on discount sale during the Throne of Skulls sale, I believe it was called, a little while ago, I picked it up along with a couple of the smaller sort of unit DLC packs. There's some faction DLC packs you can pick up for this game. I believe there's currently Necrons, with Sisters of Battle being in development, which basically will be added to the Planetary Supremacy mode, which is basically sort of like a skirmish campaign setting where you fight over the planet in question, like during skirmish battles. Hopefully they develop this more, but let's dive into the campaign, shall we? I am a big fan of the Warhammer universe, so I won't spoil the lore, but for Sanguinius and for the Emperor of Mankind, brothers, let us go. Okay. Campaign options. Following the devastation of Baal, the Blood Angels work to heal their homeworld and their chapter. Saved from the brink of extinction by the Indomitus Crusade, they now find their ranks bolstered by new Primaris Space Marines. Few remnants of the Tyranid invasion remain, and Primarch Rubute Guilliman is eager to leave Baal and continue his crusade. Sergeant Carleon of the 8th Company returns to Baal Secundus and has been tasked to assess the battle readiness of these new Primaris soldiers. As the drop pod hurtles towards his home moon, he considers the arrival of these new battle brothers and the cost of his unlikely survival against the relentless Hive Fleet Leviathan. So, to explain some things, in the current modern 40k timeline, Rubute Guilliman, which is the Primarch of the Ultramarine Space Marines, which is basically one of the biggest chapters of Space Marines in the 40k setting, has woken up due to various machinations and schemes by various parties, and he has basically attempting to basically restabilize the Imperium of Man that has become fractured and devastated by a massive warp storm which has split the galaxy in half pretty much. The Primaris Space Marines was a project ordered by Rubute Guilliman to Archmagus Crowl of the Mechanicum, tech priests. Basically, they are improved. They're like the second generation, well, technically, they are the third generation of Space Marines, the Primaris Space Marines, and they have been brought out of their hibernation to aid both the Imperium and to help boost Rubute Guilliman in his Indomitus Crusade, his crusade to help stabilize and rebuild the Empire of Man. Around this time in the narrative, Baal, which is the homeworld of the Blood Angels, becomes under attack from a fleet of Tyranid, which is an organism that exists outside of the galactic setting. They live in the void, or they come from a galaxy far, far away. But they are insatiable, basically parasitic organisms, which are like locusts, like hive mind. But it's a horrifying thing. We shall dive in. We shall play it on the Astarte setting. They are the defenders of humanity, and they shall know no fear. The default battle sector experience, you will need to use tactics and strength to overcome the challenges ahead. Fantastic. We could also go up to Lieutenant and Company Captain. Allow DLC units, which we have. We can also change settings here. Medium reinforcements, enhance enemy units, reduce HQ token awards, a whole standard of things that we can do. Units provide cover, enemy difficulty, that whole jam, but let's just keep everything standard for now. What's it? Unlimited infantry allows basic infantry units to be recruited without requisition actions. Very nice. So we'll go standard difficulty. Let us dive in. I do love the 40k universe. Like, I just love this setting. I will say I've played, the only thing I've played of this game is a tutorial. I did it off camera just to not be tedious for you, the viewers. So let's have a go, shall we?
Time flows in contradictions since the invasion. There's an unexpected slowness in the aftermath of an impossible victory. A languid sweetness of air, tasted by the hapless victor. And yet, I also feel the turning of change, and the accumulated minutiae that falls to the survivors. Corpses to be burned, fortifications to be rebuilt, neophytes to be blooded. Regardless of our losses, we are the angels of death, and we are always prepared for war. Not that these are concerns for the fledgling Primaris right now. Balfora is an unforgiving tutor. Dante says that you are blood angels. Prove it! Show me that the blood of the great angel flows within your veins.
Your orders.
Right here, destroy all units. 8 units remain. So we have Sergeant Carleon. We have some aggressors, which I believe are
Ready to strike!
some new units. I'd like to actually have been able to just click on them to get some information on these units. They are basically, let's see, you have to get up nice and close. I do love the models on these things. I'm not familiar with all the new Space Marine units from the Primaris Space Marines, but they do look sweet. You got to love. It seems to be like some kind of a soap troop. Okay, so we have some of those guys. You have your standard intercessors, which are these blokes, which are what would be standard Space Marines. These are Primaris, so bigger, stronger, more developed, though maybe heresy in the eyes of some, to work on the Emperor's perfection. And then we have some assault infantry. So let us get in here, shall we?
There can only be victory.
Let's. So if you want to jump,
my fury will be fast.
If you want to jump, takes all our movement to get there. Let's do that.
Death is our only option.
Let's land behind them. We still have enough actions to basically melee.
We are the blood blades of Skyfall. To the sky, brothers!
Let's go and assist our sergeant. We could charge, but let's just...
To the sky, brothers!
Let's go and land here.
For Sanguinius!
Up we go. Land. And we'll finish these guys off first. So here's our weapons. With the bolt rifle. We have range of 1 to 8, but they're optimum to 3. So let's start shooting these guys here. In Battlesector, every member of a unit does damage. So by losing a unit member, the damage of the unit is affected as a result. So let's start killing off some of these enemies. Okay. We'll send the sergeant in. He has taken care of most of them, and then we can get the recruits to finish off what's left. Which is fantastic.
For Sanguinius!
Let's keep an eye out on this direction, because we have this direction relatively covered. Up here we have a few more units, so let's see what our aggressors can do. Bolt Storm, Gauntlets, really range of 1. Very nasty. And then we have a melee punch. Base damage, yeah, so that's basically a more anti... That's much more anti-armor. So let's...
Thin their their numbers, they will not overwhelm us.
So let's shred these ones. They do have partial cover, as you can see by the green shield. It fills up in quarters, so they've got about half cover. But we should still have enough to help aid our battle brothers. Let's move up.
Moving.
Help support the line. And with that done, we can fall back behind the line again. Okay, so we've got a bit of momentum. Momentum is, as you can see here, when momentum reaches 100, this unit will surge. We'll gain, basically it's overcharge ability, as it were. Like, as the more momentum you have, that increases. It affects critical hit chance and a bunch of other things. You get momentum in a number of different ways. Mostly for doing damage and killing things. So that's all the actions we have left. So let's... Don't think we have anybody left here. I believe we go P. There's no one left that we can go through. Yeah, okay. So let's end our turn. Wait, this is some units have unspent actions. Who is that? Didn't think there was anyone with any unspent actions left.
Battle line squad ready.
Oh no, there is. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't say there's anybody with any actions. Oh, the sergeant himself has actions left. Okay. Well, that's fine. We will watch this area. And they are flanking us. Where did those guys come from? Ouch. Took a nasty hit. Managed to wipe out a good amount of the unit, though we still took a good chunk of damage, so we have to be careful with our units in replenishment. Well, in place. Okay. I really don't like you guys being there, so I'm going to go and assist my battle brothers or neophytes. Let's go and aid them.
You will fall before me.
Managed to take out some of them.
Battle line squad ready.
Some of them still up. Not great. Let's just keep wiping out this unit, which is fantastic. Let's finish them. These guys got low armor, so rapid fire weapons will just shred them. Okay.
For the Emperor.
You can go here. And anything that comes within this distance, you're going to shoot.
The swarm has no right to live.
And I believe that's all of our actions besides our sergeant. Move up here. We'll put you on Overwatch in case anything comes around this corner. Let's end our turn and see what happens. There they come. More Hormagaunts. Hormagaunts, Tormagaunts. Okay.
We fight and we die for the Imperium.
Right. So what do we got here? Hormagaunts, your basic melee infantry for the Tyranid swarm. Most of these guys are dead. A lot of these guys are still up. Let's get up into a favourable range. So we can start picking off a few of these guys. Not as many as I'd like, unfortunately.
Victory for the Bloodblades! Victory for Skyfall!
Let us take off them with our sergeant and we will land here. We will then engage in a brutal, as you can see, brutal attack formation to wipe these guys out.
You
will do it again.
Me.
You have to love the models. Look at the detail on these models. They didn't have to go into this level of detail, but it's nice detail nonetheless. Okay, so here we go. They're within relative effective range. We could pull back actually. Let's pull back one so we are in more effective range.
Engaging the enemy.
And there we go. Get a bit of momentum for the lads. Get a bit of experience. There's a couple of units left. I suspect that they're either going to come from down here, or they're going to come from here. So let's throw up an Overwatch.
Close combat support. They will regret coming this close.
And
Thin their numbers. They will not overwhelm us.
let's see where the Tyranids come from, because we are surrounded. There they come.
I hear something.
Okay, we can also get a bird's eye view by pressing M. So, yeah, they flanked us on to the northeast and southwest quadrants. So, we need to redeploy some of our units, because they are likely to basically try and intercept us.
Forward!
So let's move these guys up. Out of range, unfortunately. But we can put an Overwatch down.
Overwatch. Battle line squad ready.
Let's move up here.
Overwatch.
Put another Overwatch here.
Moving.
You can use up all your movement to relocate to this location and Battle Brothers. Move, move, move. It's not a great distance, but we can still get some hits in, which will aid what comes next, because we are going to basically land behind them to get a boost to our attack, and then we are going to go in and wipe them from the face of the moon. So, with that in place, our sergeant,
the sword of Sanguinius,
will have to use all his actions and his movement points to move up, which is fantastic. Here he goes, charging across the blistering landscape of Baal's moon.
They shall not pass.
Here they come. They're going to come through here, which will trigger another Overwatch. Some units did get through.
Push them back.
We took a tiny bit of damage.
Heavy fire support.
That is fine. Send these guys up to support. And then we can erase them from existence. And splatter them across the landscape.
You can
Okay.
fight. I'll give you that. I don't know yet if you truly are scions of Sanguinius, or just some ruse of the Archmagos. Battle will decide. It always does.
Immediate assistance required. Tyranids converge at the Volkscaster relay on the Sal Veritas western edge.
Form on me, brothers. It appears Balfour has decided she's not yet done with you.
Rightio. We wiped out 8 units. Fantastic. 2 with... yeah, we wiped out 8 units. Let's see here. 2 with the aggressors. 1 with the intercessors. 2 with the assault squads. And 1 with the captain. Well, the sergeant. That can't be right. I thought we killed 8. 4, 6. Strange. Let us go then. Oh no, there was another unit. There we go. At the top. Let's go.
In the greatness of the far future, there is only war. People are born, they live, they suffer, and die. Rarely of natural causes. Days prior to the fall of Cadia, Dante faced his greatest challenge. High Fleet Leviathan had broken through the Krypton shield, and the Tyranids bore directly for the sacred homeworld of the Blood Angels, Baal. Sons of Sanguinius rallied from the far corners of the galaxy. Complete strangers died side by side as brothers. Yet even this unprecedented congregation could not hold back the Great Devourer. In their darkest moment, the Blood Angels gathered around Lord Commander Dante, a last stand. They gave themselves to the Red Thirst and stood in defiance of the alien. Not for survival, for the chapter was doomed, but for the honor of their sire, the great angel Sanguinius. And then, pandemonium, the Cicatrix Maledictum opened and tore the galaxy in two. Time stretched, contorted. Demons of Khorne poured across the moon of Baal Primus, tearing at Xenos and Marines alike. Havoc reigned. But just as quickly as it appeared, the Cicatrix Maledictum contracted. It took with it both the demons and vast swathes of High Fleet Leviathan. In their place, the Indomitus Crusade appeared, helmed by the Avenging Sun himself, Primarch Rabute Guilliman. The blessed Primarch didn't just bring relief to Baal. He brought with him the Primaris Space Marines, thousands bearing the mark of the Blood Drop. The Primaris were larger, stronger, more resilient than their firstborn brethren. But to the Blood Angels, they represented a different kind of salvation. The promise of these super soldiers was of an improved gene line, more pure and closer to that of Sanguinius. Away from prying ears, Archmagos Call whispered that they showed fewer signs of the flaws that plagued the great angel's blood. No more thirst beating at their hearts. No more armor to be painted black. A semblance of normality has since returned to Baal. The monolithic Indomitus Crusade prepares to leave. Commander Dante, now Lord Regent of half of the Imperium, works to heal his chapter and Baal of the trauma suffered at the hands of Leviathan. And on the moon Baal Secundus, Sergeant Carleon hurries to the aid of a sanguinary priest.
Okay, so Venomous Corruption. Welcome to like the skirmish map mode. Age of the Crimson Dawn. So Venomous Corruption. The enemy we can take 600 points into this battle. Warhammer, both Fantasy and 40K are during the tabletop are points-based systems. Army management update. Your fighting forces with additional units in the army management screen. HQ tokens. You will earn HQ tokens on successful completions of missions. Spend these tokens in HQ to upgrade Spend these tokens in the HQ upgrade center to improve your units. Okay, so let's just finish here. Let's go with first new units. So let's see what we have. We have active units. Currently, we can have 6 out of 8. We have 6 out of 8 with a total unit cost of 415 points. What units do we have available? Some of these are DLC units, I will add, just letting you guys know. Predominantly, Terminators are DLC units, as are the Sanguinary Guard. So, let's see what we have. Add units to your fighting force, sending units to reserve force when you need to make space for new units. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I wish they had some of like the fluff that went with them. So here we go. We have unit members of 5, 80 HP per unit, armor of 6. So how do you compare? So they're basically a improved version, then I take it. Maybe they've got better. Oh yeah, they've got bolt guns and they've got power swords. Okay. No campaign history. So we've got. How many points do we have to play with? 185. So if we transfer these guys to the reserve. And how many units we have? Add unit to the army.
We are the light and glory of Sanguinius!
Okay, that's fine. We can grab another unit. I think I will grab just another...
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
I think I'll grab another unit of the basic intercessors. These guys are fine. Like them. Have a nice use. They've been initiation. These guys look cool and I want to play with them. Okay. So that's done. Yes. Can't take any more units with us into the field.
We are the Bloodblades of Skyfall.
Yeah, so we can't take that. We can only take 600. Active units of 600, that's fine. If I was going to grab any more, I'd probably grab some more intercessors because they seem to be quite powerful. But yes, what's done is done. Let's go to the upgrade center. We have 2 tokens to upgrade, and it's split between characters. I think, anyway. So, first of all, let's get Tactical Precision. Affect a single target ally within 2 tiles. Very nice. It's basically a buff, so let's grab that.
Sanguinius watches over us.
Let's grab that. Spending tokens unlocks new abilities, weapons, and stat upgrades for HQ characters and related units. Additional tech tree will become available as you recruit to more HQ characters. Fantastic. So, with that done, we can't pick up anything else, unfortunately, I don't think, or can we? Heirs to Carleon. To this day, as Carleon is honoured as the chosen of Sanguinius, the guard upholds his name and his duty. That's nice. Basically, it's a buff for after we kill enemy units. More battle tactim. More battle line tactics. Regardless of whatever you intend to hold the line or break it, the core skill needed is being able to shoot straight. So that would benefit our intercessors. Yeah, see here. Sanguine Guard, intercessors. Buffs his melee, personal melee ability. Okay, so that's interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, buffs the standard Primaris Space Marines, buffs the elite guard that we have, which is very nice. And these buff his personal stuff. I think I might Yeah, we can't get that. Can we? Angel's Grace. Yeah, we can't. We need to have 2. So it is. We can only upgrade a little bit. Okay. Okay, so that's done. So we picked up Tactical Precision, which basically is just a random straight-up boost. Very nice. And some other things which are locked away. Rightio. That's done. It's telling us that new units are available, yeah, which are these guys, but we can't pick them up. Not yet. Very nice. Lots of armor as well, I see. Not a lot of evasion, but lightning claws are pretty damaging in melee. But we just have to see what happens. But here we go, folks, at the opening of our campaign for Baal Secundus as the Space Marines and Sons of Sanguinius. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Warhammer 40K Battlesector, and from here on out the episodes will be longer because obviously missions take a long time, but I don't know if I can save how I save at the moment, so I'm just going to test it out and see how things go. I've been Cornish-knight. I see you all again next time. Goodbye. Please like and subscribe.